Hello Carlotta, welcome to Pregnancy Preparation.
Okay.
So, can you just give us a little bit about your journey and just help the people at home understand your path and how it's gone?
Yeah. I mean, we started, our journey started sort of preconception really, where I'd been on the pill about 14 years and I wanted to cleanse my body as such of all the nasties from that. I'd also come from a very sort of corporate and competitive environment both my husband and I have found working with you very useful in the sense that not only did you help us in terms of realigning our bodies and looking at sort of more traditional osteopathic things, but actually you got us on the right path in terms of detoxing our bodies, and we both did it, and it was really useful actually, and I would highly recommend it to anybody. It made us feel great, and changing our diet. But also, nearly more importantly, changing our mindset from being both very sort of competitive, stubborn people and very sort of corporate and task-led who are used to getting our way very quickly, to just being able to relax and enjoy the journey, because every step is there to be enjoyed. They're different now, to, pregnancy and obviously having the baby, but every step is to be enjoyed. Yeah. And actually, worked very quickly, relatively speaking, especially compared to a lot of people these days, which takes, 9 months, a year or more. We've had a very easy pregnancy, apart from now the breach, which I'll tell you about in a second. But what was interesting is that when I first got pregnant, you initially immediately assume you're going to have a baby in a hospital. And then I'm Italian, you start looking at the English system and the way you work here. There were some things that I felt uncomfortable with. It just seemed there was a lot of intervention quite quickly and easily. I just wanted to sort of look into different options. Mm-hmm. And we spoke about that. And you sort of opened my eyes a bit to, if you like, the more natural way, and believing and trusting that your body can do it. That didn't have to necessarily hand over responsibility, if you like, to anybody in a white suit. So Nick and I, my husband and I, started reading quite a lot about it, I voiced quite early on in the first few months potentially home birth, which was met rather aggressively with a no from my husband. So that was parked, but then trying to have as natural birth as possible within the medical setting was what we worked on. And then eventually we are now with a month to go, and Nick has completely transformed himself after himself reading some of these books, and lots of conversations and understanding that actually it's not being quacky and weird, trying to do it naturally, or whether it's a home birth or not, but trying to do it naturally. It's actually a normal way of giving birth. He's now pro it completely, and we're both hoping to do home birth, hopefully in water, with a little caveat now that the baby's turned, so we're in breech position, and so we might not be able to do it. So now it's all about dealing with your mixed emotions about, getting ready for a home birth if it happens, or getting ready for a cesarean and everything that means, and sort of that playing on your emotions, the sort of, easier birth with a cesarean, but then much more difficult post-birth, and also missing out on all that process and those hormones and that oxytocin, if you like, all those sort of love juices, if you like, that would happen during a normal birth that you wouldn't have during a cesarean. Disappointment of that compared to what you're planning. But hopefully it'll turn. Got a few more weeks to go, so
absolutely.
Hopefully it'll be all right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just great that you can help these people understand that we sometimes have a plan, and sometimes the plan gets modified because of certain things that happen along the pathway, so to speak. And I mean, watching Nick go through his development, if you like, as a dad-to-be, it's been great because, he's gone from one extreme, as you said, almost to the other, where he's very pro and absolutely. He's really done his homework, hasn't he?
Very much, yeah. And I think I think guys need, perhaps more than girls, to read and see stats. Girls sort of tend to follow their instincts more, perhaps more so during pregnancy. You just feel that as a mother you know what's right, instinctively right for your baby. Having read from other sources, reliable sources if you like, medical sources, that certain things were safe or just as safe or more safe, then he started to open his mind to it. and then he, you know, clearly then you have a conversation and you see that your wife actually would really like it. So there's also that element that plays into it. So yeah, it's been interesting.
And what sort of resources did you use? What books would you recommend to people?
I think a turning point for us